This off. We need to talk about Nick Fuentes and how he was blown up like, this summer I felt like I'm sure he was resurging, but now he's like unstoppable. And we have to talk about him because he's very culturally significant right now. And for a lot of different reasons. If you could, just for the rum numbers, pull up that Piers Morgan and Nick Fuentes interview. I mean, you could just have playing in the background or something like that. Maybe you have some timestamps.
I didn't have time to prep any timestamps, but you sent me one. Hold on, I'm waiting for some ads here that I'm not going to give away. No,
that's a new Piers Morgan. That's a new Piers Morgan interview that just happened today, so that's something different.
Oh, okay.
But the one that happened last week, I'll just kind of preface it. So, the whole time Piers Morgan has always been this. He likes to have. I mean, I think Piers Morgan appears to be. He wants to be portrayed as a center kind of guy, but he's more left. He tries to get these like Andrew Tate, and he had Steven Crowder on, like all these right wing commentators, and he always tries to play a little gotcha with them. Which, I mean, it's fine to interview people and challenge them. I mean, there's really nothing wrong with that, but he does it in this scummy. He's always been this scummy kind of way. He operates, and a lot of people see that.
Well, so if this is the clip I think it is, let me just look at it for a second, because the thing is about Nick is like he just like, well, here we go. I'll just show you. I'll just show you. Let's take a look at this. This is from the full interview here, but this is a clip that kind of shows the problem with like the legacy way of dealing with this kind of figure.
Way.
Yeah,
the boomer way.
Are you watching the screen share so you can watch it with me?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. Let me hit play on this.
Is that almost all of it is just going to be reminding you what you have said and asking you what
right here.
Is that almost all of it is just going to be reminding you what you have said and asking you what you meant. Your position about that story is that it was a joke, okay? I want to come to
big one.
Something else you said.
Here's the big bomb we brought up last episode.
Jews, women,
the big bomb.
Let's take a listen.
Bomb.
They're always coming up with, it's not the Jews.
This clip
no,
right here.
It's not women. No, it's not blacks. It's actually really complicated. No, it fucking isn't at all. Jews are running society. Women need to shut the fuck up. Blacks need to be imprisoned for the most part.
He's like, yeah.
And we would live in paradise.
Like, who's
it's
this
that
guy?
simple.
He's like very yeah. Look.
Okay.
Nods his head.
Would you like to clarify what you meant there?
That's all true. That's 100% true.
That's the thing. He doesn't back down. He's like, yeah, I said it, and that's what I said.
This is pretty beautiful because regardless of how. If you disagree with Fuentes or not or whatever, and if you think he's too harsh on what he says, for the past, for more than this, for the past decade, the West has been inundated with white guilt. You're the slave owners, you're the colonizers, you got, you're on stolen land, it's all the problems of the world are white people's fault, specifically white men's fault. This is that sort of leftist white. I mean, it's funny because Piers Morgan is obviously Anglo-Saxon, but all we've heard was you're a racist, you're a racist, you're a racist. The boy who cried wolf, the political party who cried racist. Regardless of whether it has merit or not, it doesn't work anymore. We're fucking immune to it. It's like I don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck, dude, if you call us racist or not. It just doesn't. It doesn't work anymore. Who cares? You've said it for too much, and it has no effect anymore. And Nick Fuentes is just impervious to this, and really, a lot of not just Gen Z men, but a lot of men, like people resonate with this, and they're just like, dude, we're just done with this. We're done with this white guilt. We're done with this. This sort of cultural Marxism of shame and guilt. Then all of a sudden you throw this on us, and then you take more of our freedoms, and you justify taking more of our tax dollars. It's that simple. What do you feel about it, Mac?
Well, I think a lot of people, like, even if they're brought, like, when they're brought up with a clip of something that they agree with, that they still stand by, if it looks bad, they'll try to, like, downplay it in the moment.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, it is refreshing to see a guy who's like, so you're a racist? And he's like, well, yeah. Like, at least someone's not just lying to your fucking face about the clip you just watched. Like,
at least he's honest.
At least he's honest. Well, no, so I was watching Ethan Klein's show H3, and someone made a video talking shit about him.
Yeah.
And he actually invited that person on the show to, like, go through the video that was talking shit about him. And every time a claim came up in the lady's video, Ethan would be like, well, this isn't true. Like, here's the evidence of it not being true. And instead of her going like, oh, well, you know, I fucked up, this, that, and the other, she'd be like, well, I was just saying that people claim this. I was never asserting that I agree with it or that it's true. And a lot of people do these weird word games like that, where when they're confronted by a mistake or something they said, instead of either admitting they were wrong or just saying, yep, that's true, I believe that, they come up with these weird semantical games. And it just pisses people off. It's just not, the juice is not worth the squeeze playing those semantical games or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, I mean, I could be living in my echo chamber. I don't know, but it seems like, you know, whenever there's an interview like this, well, of course it's a debate, but it's like it's a huge deal. This is about, like, there's a winner and a loser here, and Nick Fuentes is clearly the winner. One of the reasons why he won, because Piers Morgan brought up his father's name in the beginning of the interview.
Yeah.
And it was a low blow. It was kind of and then Piers Morgan has come out and apologized for that. But he kind of softballed it and was like, yeah, well, you can look up his father's name on the internet anyway. But it's just,
yeah. And
then the whole time is like, Piers Morgan's like, oh, you haven't gotten laid yet. You haven't gotten laid. Oh, your dad's a racist. Oh, you haven't got, like this is what it boiled down to. And trying to shame Nick Fuentes who can't be shamed. You know what I'm saying? Like that shaming tactic to bring someone back into a moral, bandwidth is like, what your idea of modern morality is. It's not fucking working. Yeah. And so many people resonate with that, especially white men, especially young white men. All they were fed as they were growing up is they were evil. You know what I mean? And the world hated them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what the fuck? How are you supposed to react? So.
Yeah, and I wish more content creators or whatever would just be honest about the shit they said, right? Don't try to play some kind of semantical game. Well, this was like that's Hassan's favorite line. Well, it was out of context and this, that, and the other. I didn't really mean that. I was joking.
There's something that happened with him, too.
Oh, recently?
I think he got banned by China again or some shit. He was trying to, he went to the stream. This is somewhat of a tangent, but went to the Streamer Awards. And he wore a Mao Zedong type of uniform. Like the guy is a fucking shill, bro. But having that said, recently he was on Twitch or something. And he got banned again by China. Dude, the guy's like trying to placate to China, and China's like, "Fuck you!" Like it's so stupid. Like he's an idiot. So anyway, but I wanted to segue into this, because this is this is just ultimately. This shows that tactic of the white guilt, the white shame. You're a racist. You're a racist. If you speak out against Israel, you're a racist. If you talk about black crime statistics, you're a racist. You can't just talk. You can't just talk candidly anymore about these things, or just try to talk about them at all. You're shut down. You can't have this conversation, or you're a racist. So that tactic does not work anymore. It wasn't working for a while, but. This is the zenith. This is the breaking point at this point. This is the litmus test. It's done. It's over, right?
Well, I think it's a little bit different with Nick, because like a lot of people who say whatever they say on the more like the right leaning tilt, Nick just is racist and says such. So it's not like necessarily the tactic is he just doesn't care that he's being called racist. He has just put that label upon himself, and it's just true. So he's just being honest about it. It's not quite like he's a not racist who's just like, fuck it. Call me whatever you want to call me if that makes you feel better. No, he's just like, I am racist.
See, I thought that was kind of the thing. I thought he just got frustrated. Like, there's a time in this interview where Piers was pressuring him. And he says, "So you're a racist?" And then Nick's like, "Yeah, I'm a racist." But Nick did go on a story where his father worked with African Americans because he owned a security company and they did training.
Okay,
and stuff.
A relative of mine shared a job with people of a different race. Therefore, I can't be racist. No, he said multiple occasions that he is a racialist. I mean, fuck.
Maybe
whatever.
a segregationist. Maybe a segregationist.
Well, no, I mean, he just said he's. I mean, I don't think I'm speaking out of turn here. He just said he's racist several times. Anti-Semitic.
Well, if we go by this
interview,
Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan asked him if he was a supremacist, which usually those two words are conjoined together semantically in the news, and they're not necessarily the same. Because I can make a racist statement like, Asian people are good at math. That's a racist statement. But that's not a supremacist statement. You see what I'm saying? So usually when people, they insinuate that if you're a racist, if you make a stereotypical, statement, you automatically are a racist, aka you're a supremacist. You see what I'm saying? So when someone calls you a racist, they're really calling you a supremacist. You see what I'm saying? So you're not allowed, anyway, I guess that's my point.
I think you're kind of splitting hairs there. Are you if you're racist, are you not going to think?
True.
Are there any racist people out there who think someone else's race is the supreme one? Like, is that what you're trying to get at? Like, I'm racist, but I think that other races are better than I am. Is that where you're coming from?
No. I'm talking about I'm not saying when someone calls himself a racist. When someone else says, you'll say something, or someone calls you a racist out of like the stupidest shit. That's not racist at all. Like, oh, you don't think, oh, fuck, dude. Like, oh, you don't want to have sex with black women. You're a racist. You don't want to, you think that you're not on stolen land? You're a racist. You see what I'm saying?
He straight up said that we need to change.
I'm just talking about in general, not Nick
I know.
Fuentes.
Well, no, but I'm talking. That's what I brought up. Is he like? It's a bit different with him because he just straight up said, "Yep, I am racist. It's true. That's why I'm not gonna change that." Yeah,
I'm just talking about in general the past 10 years. If somebody from the left, they wanted to call you racist for anything. If you want people to study math, you're a racist. You see what I'm saying? But what they mean when they say that, they mean you are a supremacist. You see what I'm saying?
I guess.
Yeah, no, that's what they're saying. They're not the same thing. If you make a racist statement, I just gave you an example, so I just don't want to repeat myself.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we can move on to this fucking civil right-wing war we got. It's starting to get out of control. Like, it started with the Owens and Candace Owens and Tim Pool, and it's just gotten out of fucking control.
Yeah, is that the link you sent me? The other Piers Morgan link?
Yeah. Well, this was. We could start off with we'll start off with this. This is part of it because it's Milo Yiannopoulos.
I'm pulling up the time clip right now. Yeah, this very heterosexual man here we're about to pull up.
Yeah, this is wild, man. And it's like just started at the 22, and he's talking about Tim Pool. He's talking about Tim Pool.
All right.
Just let it speak for itself here. Yeah, we're ready.
He's a person who just wants to hurt people, and I couldn't find, it's like nailing jelly to the wall. I couldn't find any consistent or substantive kind of core to him in any way. Nick is a kind of chameleonic.
He's talking about Nick.
Sorry. He's talking about Nick. Keep playing.
Goober.
A character in media. On one day he'll go on a podcast hosted by an African American who has rappers on, and he'll say, "Oh, I love immigrants. I know illegal immigrants. No, they're not bad people." And then he'll come on with you where he feels he's on surer ground, and he'll sort of do the smirking, double down kind of mischievous routine. He's a very gifted speaker. He's obviously got very high verbal IQ. He's a very charismatic person.
Can't look straight.
I know, he can't even look straight, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like his eyes are crossed.
Literally, he can't even look straight.
Something distinctively different, as I mentioned before.
I think his eyes are literally something happened.
Okay, I kind of sort of agree with Milo here.
That's the point.
Well, that's kind of what we talked about last time we talked about Nick, is that he does that shit where I guess he kind of broke from his normal strategy with Piers. but where he used like when he went on Tucker or any of these other shows, he kind of softens his approach and like funnels you back into his shit where it's crazier, which is like I brought up.
You mentioned that a
shit.
lot too.
Yeah.
Like, you have definitely mentioned that a lot. So yeah, good sleuthing there.
Yeah. So he switched up. He switched up, but I guess he kind of had to because he's confronted with it. He can't. So he can't straight up say, "Oh yeah, I was just joking. That was sad," but he can't do that. But when he completely has the freedom to do what he wants, he will placate his beliefs and downplay them. But when it's brought up, he's like, fuck it. There's no other option, which I mean, tactically is a good move because once it's played in front of you, you can't downplay it. When you can say whatever you want, then you can kind of downplay it and kind of funnel people back to your thing.
Yeah. Good point. I mean, I still like Milo. He's gone on he went on a Tim Pool podcast and he fucking dropped, he was talking shit about this other podcaster, Ben, oh God, what is his name? Anyway, but I'm so bad with names, man. But he was talking shit about this guy. He was like, yeah, he's actually gay, and his wife was like, he was having sex with these young gay guys in his hotel room, and was talking to his wife who was crying in the lobby or something like that on Tim Pool like last week. Yeah, and it's this guy went to Mar-a-Lago, not Milo, but this gentleman that he's talking about. He's big on YouTube. His name is Steve?
Yeah, because I don't know who you're talking about.
Steve Banner? No.
Steve Bannon? You talking about Steve Bannon?
No. He's on my anyway, I can't think of his name. But anyway, there's another predominant voice on the right. Anyway, it's just it's crazy. So we'll segue that into like, Tim Pool and all the shit that he's because his shots were fired at his property.
Do you have a timestamp?
No, we can. I just wanted Milo to talk about it. We could skip over that now.
Okay.
But I just wanted to show Milo a little bit. But so Tim Pool, there were shots fired at his house. I don't know if it was last weekend or pretty close to last weekend. And the cops showed up. Everything was fine. They didn't know if it was at his house or whatever. And Candace Owens came out right after it happened and said, yeah, it was your brother. You know what I mean? Stop lying to people. And Tim Pool just went crazy and just really laid it on Candace Owens that she is a crazy bitch. She is a grifter to the nth degree.
I think I have a clip for that, maybe.
Okay.
I mean, continue.
Yeah, so she's a total grifter and all this kind of stuff. And at first I was like, we talked about Candace Owens on the show, of course, and like I didn't believe the narrative of the Charlie Kirk assassination. And so she was given all these videos, all these ideas and speculations, and I was kind of following along. I was like, wow, she's on it.
Yeah,
it is. This is it. Go ahead and play it.
Evil scumbag. She is a degenerate. She is burning everything down, and she's gloating and smiling while she does it. And you know what you told me? She has no security. She doesn't deal with the shit we have to deal with. She's a piece of shit. She's making everyone else suffer, and all of these conservatives out there that send me these messages have no balls to call her out. More and more people have started doing it. They send me these messages. Good for you, Tim. Good for you, Tim. I wasn't the first person to do it. I'm not going to take credit for that. But don't DM me like I did something for you as you cower, scared that she'll put you on her thumbnail and claim you benefited from Charlie Kirk's assassination, which she's doing to me right now.
Yeah, that was the...
I'm done with these people.
She has security just...
I'm done with this motherfucker.
You. Oh, yeah, the one fat guy
done with this motherfucker.
No wall, no barrier, in a suburban neighborhood with neighbors. She doesn't give two no one's out for her. She's lying about all of this. You told me you went to her house and she's got a 4-foot wall and one fat guy, and she doesn't give a about her security. Meanwhile, I get bullets fired at my property, and I have to go live in the middle of nowhere. And I got strangers coming up to my house in Maryland.
Doesn't he make big money? Or no? I thought he had big money. Can he not afford security?
He does. He's saying he does have security, but she doesn't.
Oh.
Saying that pretty much he's trying to say that there's people after him, but not after Candace. You see what I'm saying? So I think that sort of comparison is not. I don't know. I don't know why that doesn't really affect. I I'm not swayed by that comparison for some reason. It just doesn't. I'm not influenced by that. But I will say this, and this has happened recently. Like I watched Candace Owens talk about, because she was talking about how Macron's.
This is everyone's reaction to Tim Pool.
Yeah,
That's right.
but I mean, Candace Owens is not an angel either, bro. Like she's starting to be somewhat narcissist. Like I remember when she went on some rant about how Trump needs to address the assassination tip on her life because of the Macrons wanted to kill her or something like that, which is anecdotal evidence that she has. Apparently she knows a guy that heard that she was a hit. Like, there was a hit out on her by the Macrons.